Hey, what's up? My name is Josh. I'm usually behind the camera, but today Andrew and I have swapped places. He is now on a holiday in Perth, probably on a beach, maybe riding a camel or something like that. And I am here in the office, all alone. Hello? What do you think of my line? Ready for this? Yeah. Anyways, lately I've been feeling that the George's YouTube channel has been a little bit bumpy. So today we're gonna add some stabilization and smooth it out. In late 2017, Zhiyun released the Crane 2, which was the first of its kind, holding up to 3.5 kilograms, a pretty heavy payload, and also having a built-in follow focus on the handle. From then till now, we've seen a lot of replicas come up with the same design and not really innovating too much. Until now, Zhiyun has released their Crane 3 Lab. Let's go check it out. So checking out what you get when you purchase a Zhiyun Crane 3 for the first time. Firstly, it comes in a box similar looking to the Ronin S with a handle at the front and a locking mechanism. With this one, they use two clips that pop up. It's not as cool as the Ronin S one, but I mean, it will suffice. Checking out what you get in the box is firstly the gimbal itself. You get 3 batteries, the battery charger, the tripod, which also doubles up as the grip. You get a base plate with also a lens support and a box full of cables. Diving in a little bit more to the gimbal itself, it's not the lightest thing in the world. I would say it's close to the weight of Ronin S. Unfortunately, we didn't find the actual weight of the gimbal, but going off the Ronin S is about 1.8 kilograms, so I would say this is somewhat similar. Moving on to build quality, half of the gimbal is made out of metal and half of it is made out of plastic. The plastic parts, you definitely know they are plastic. It does feel a little bit hollow in some areas as well. Buttons and dials kind of feel like when you're little and you get a remote control car given to you. It's not the most luxury kind of experience, but it does the job. In terms of design, it is a super unique design that has a handle at the back, allowing you to go into low mode and also houses all your controls at the top. Secondly, it has a follow focus now that is revamped compared to the Crane 2, which was pretty average. This one is a lot better now that it has a marking disc. So if you want to focus here and then you can mark that and then focus a little bit closer, you can mark that again and then you can repeat that focus pull every single time accurately. Thirdly, it has that tripod at the bottom, which makes it super easy to pop it down, but it also doubles as the grip. Lastly, you got a new quick release plate, which is pretty cool as it is a block, so you won't have many issues with lenses mounting it onto the gimbal. It also includes a new sliding bar as well as mounting options for the new accessories that they just came out with, the zoom and focus control system, which looks pretty cool. But in terms of the quick release plate, I wish it had that same system as the Weeble did, where you can pop off your camera without changing the slide, and that way you can quickly mount your camera on and off, but can't get everything. One of the latest additions to the gimbal is actually this other unit, which is called the camera control system via touch, which allows you really just to view, control, and also power your camera, as well as connect those new accessories. Damn, that was a lot to get through, but we did it. Let's balance this and get this ready to roll. Location change. We are now in my backyard. I thought it would be an awesome idea to test out the low mode on the Zhiyun Crane 3 with my dog. And yeah, let's get into it. Today we're shooting with the Canon EOS R with the 24-105 f4 RF lens paired with the Nissi ND filter. The Crane 3 handles this setup with no problem as it has a max payload of 4.5 kilograms.
When this first released, I wasn't a massive fan of the redesign, but in fact, it makes it way easier to use. Firstly, the extra handle really helps when carrying it around, and you can even lean it on your shoulder to change settings. Secondly, the locks on the motors are a godsend, especially when you're going from one location to another. Thirdly, the reposition of the motors so you can see your screen is a nice touch, but if that's not enough for you, there is mounting points for accessories. When shooting with the Crane 3, you got 4 different modes to choose from. Firstly, you got pan follow, which is the default mode, allowing you to pan left and right. Secondly, you got lock mode, which just locks it in place. Thirdly, at the back here, you got follow mode, which allows it to pan up and down and left and right. Under that, you got POV mode, which does up, down, left and right as well, but also you can roll. And then a nice touch at the end is a reset button, which is pretty cool. So if you're in your roll and then you switch modes, your camera's going to be stuck like this. So you can actually press the reset button to bring it back to the default position. The gimbal still has the capability of connecting to your phone and use it as a remote, but now is able to turn your phone into a 1080p display and even a motion controller. In regards to performance, the motors run really well. Zhiyun have increased the torque and reduced the noise, making it a better experience, and they also claim to have up to 7.5 hours battery life, which I don't doubt as they've been pretty good in the past. My final thoughts. The Zhiyun Crane 3 Lab is a good upgrade from the Crane 2. The new handle is a welcome addition, although I wish the build quality was a little better. For those looking for their first gimbal, I would highly recommend the Crane 3 as it's easy to use and has a 4.5 kilogram payload, so it will outlast your camera upgrades. For those that already have a gimbal, is it worth the switch? I would say depending on who you are. If you're shooting a lot of run and gun, the motor locks are a godsend, or if you're shooting a lot of low angles as well as need to change your settings a lot, the extra handle is a big help. Thank you for watching. If you got this far in the video, don't worry, Andrew will be back next week, so the duo will be together again. If you have any questions on the Crane 3 Lab, definitely pop them in the comments below, as well as like the video if you really did like it. And follow us on our blog, which we are uploading new blogs every week.
Firstly, no! Man. Wow, that's so hot. LEDs do get hot. Interesting. Brother!